comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar.
One popular stock that people keep asking me about is the stock Apple. Hey everyone, this is How to Invest King, and I'm here to talk about Apple stock. So, the Apple stock, as you can see, it grows on average of 20%. It grows on average of 20% a year when you calculate all the years from 1986. It has outperformed the S&P 500 when you compare it to the S&P 500 ever since around 2004. That's when the iPhones came out. And when you look at the SHARPE ratio and the SORTINO ratio, it's also less volatile than the S&P 500 when you compare it to the upside. The SORTINO ratio measures the risk-adjusted return of an investment asset, portfolio, or strategy. It is a modification of the SHARPE ratio, but penalizes only of those returns falling below a user-specified target or required rate of return, while the SHARPE ratio penalizes both upsides and downsides, volatility equally. So the SHARPE ratio is a measure that indicates the average return minus the risk-free return dividend by the standard deviation of return on an investment. This is a pretty good tool that I use myself. So the higher the SHARPE and SORTINO ratio, the better. That means there's more upside for profit versus the downside. So generally, and the Apple stock is about 50% correlated with the S&P 500. So it follows the S&P 500 by like 50%. Of the time, I should say. So when you compare the PE ratio of Apple to other companies like it, it's a lot cheaper. It's a lot more affordable. It's a lot more discounted than other companies. And Wall Street also believes that there's an upside to it. It's also a profitable company, so that's a good thing. And it pays dividends. So these are all really good things. The only thing is the growth is a bit weak compared to its competitors. Slightly. Apple is also 48 million in debt. Less than 1%. It's not expected to make